You can rely on alumni. Jinger Duggar has returned to social media with a new query and answer session. Alongside Jeremy, the 30-year-old has been keeping herself busy by producing podcast videos. In addition to that, she has been embracing the fact that she is expecting her third kid. Jinger disclosed that in addition to their expanding brood, she is also considering the prospect of making a comeback on television with her husband. Proceed with the reading to view her statements. Counting on. Jinger Duggar reveals her insights regarding the gender of her third child. During her most recent Instagram Stories question and answer session, Jenner addressed the topic of the gender of her unborn child. As far as the former cast member of Counting On is concerned, she and Jeremy have already determined the gender of their third child. On the other hand, they intend to throw a celebration for their family and friends to disclose the gender of their child. Jinger continued by saying that relatively few people are aware of the gender of her third child. Dessa was one among them, and she held the distinction of being the first person to discover the gender. In the podcast that she had previously released, Jinger disclosed that she had requested that her sister obtain the results of her test in Arkansas and then send them back to her in Los Angeles. Jinger discusses whether or not she will be returning to television with Jeremy. In addition to answering concerns about her third child, Jinger Duggar also discussed whether or not she and Jeremy will be returning to television in the future. The former cast member of Counting On claims that she was raised in front of the cameras and that she felt as though being on television was something that was the norm. Nevertheless, she is of the opinion that they have arrived at a stage where they are finished filming for the reality show. She went on to say that the launch of a podcast is being done as a means of maintaining communication with their audience and discussing her previous work with Chelsea. Despite this, it would appear that Jinger is not closing her doors to potential chances in the future, as she has stated on multiple occasions, "I don't know." Expecting. Jinger Duggar reveals the date of her due date. In her Instagram Stories question and answer session, Jinger disclosed that she is about 20 weeks pregnant and said that her current pregnancy felt like it was going by very quickly. In addition, the former cast member of Counting On stated that she has been seeing a marked improvement in her pregnancy as of today. She went on to say, "Yeah, I could not believe that we were almost halfway across." It is anticipated that Jinger Duggar will become a mother for the third time in March of 2025. Jinger Duggar and her husband, Jeremy have captivated fans of the Duggar family ever since they became part of the broader Chelsea reality television empire. As regular viewers of the Duggar family's journey on 19 Kids and Counting On, fans have watched Jinger grow from a quiet young girl into a woman making her own decisions, stepping out of the spotlight to live life on her terms. However, in recent years, Jinger and Jeremy have been noticeably absent from the television screen, leaving many wondering what their next chapter might look like. In this exclusive interview, Jinger Duggar opens up about the reasons behind her decision to step away from the public eye, her new perspective on life, and her potential TV comeback with Jeremy. As the couple embarks on this next phase, they're offering fans a closer look at how they've changed since their time in the spotlight and why they're now considering returning to TV. Stepping away from the spotlight. Jinger and Jeremy's exit from reality television was a quiet one, but it wasn't a decision made lightly. After years of being followed by cameras, the couple needed time to recalibrate and focus on their growing family. In 2019, the final season of Counting On aired, leaving many fans wondering if this was the end of an era for the Duggar family's television career. "We decided it was time for us to take a step back," Jinger shares thoughtfully. "We had been in the public eye for so long, and after getting married and starting our family, it felt like we needed a break. It wasn't an easy decision, but we knew it was the right one for us at that time." For Jinger, the decision was particularly personal. Growing up on television, she had experienced the pressures of being constantly scrutinized, and she wanted to focus on raising her daughter, Felicity, and later her second daughter, Evangeline, without the weight of the cameras. "We didn't want our kids to grow up under that constant spotlight. We wanted to be able to give them a sense of normalcy and privacy that we didn't always have," Jeremy adds. "That was really important for us." After stepping away, the couple moved to Los Angeles, a far cry from the rural Arkansas town where Jinger had spent most of her life. There, they embraced a more private lifestyle, with Jinger diving into her passion for fashion and interior design, while Jeremy pursued ministry work and coaching soccer. Yet, despite the quieter life, the couple never fully closed the door on their television career. The idea of a return was always a topic of conversation between them, but it wasn't until recently that they began to entertain the possibility seriously. A new chapter, the call for a comeback. As the world began to shift post-pandemic, and as the couple settled more comfortably into their new life in California, both Jinger and Jeremy began to recognize the pull of their roots. Fans of the Duggar family were still keeping up with their lives through social media, eagerly awaiting updates and insights. The family's deep connection with their audience didn't fade, and the desire for more behind-the-scenes content only seemed to grow. I think there's something special about sharing a part of your journey with others, Jinger reflects. Over the years, people have reached out and said how much they've enjoyed watching our growth and seeing our story evolve. That's always been really encouraging for me. While Jinger and Jeremy have always been active on social media, posting pictures and updates about their life, the couple realized that there was a unique opportunity to return to the television screen, but in a way that felt authentic to who they were now. Their focus was no longer just on the camera's lens, but on telling a story that aligned with their beliefs, experiences, and values. We've grown so much in the last few years, Jeremy notes. We feel like we've come to a place where we can be more transparent about our journey and what we've learned. That's what excites us about a potential return. The couple began exploring options, speaking with former Counting On producers and even considering other networks and platforms. What they wanted wasn't just another reality show, but an opportunity to document their lives in a way that resonated with their evolving views on faith, family, and freedom. We've had a lot of conversations about this, Jinger shares, and we want to make sure that whatever we do next feels true to who we are and to our story. It's not just about being on TV again. It's about what we're sharing and why. A different kind of show. Faith, family, and personal growth. Jinger and Jeremy's potential TV comeback isn't about revisiting their past or rehashing old drama from 19 Kids and Counting or Counting On. Instead, they're interested in creating content that speaks to their personal growth and the lessons they've learned throughout their journey. For Jinger, the past few years have been about redefining what it means to live authentically. In a world that often celebrates perfection, Jinger has embraced a more open and honest approach to life. She's spoken about her struggles with faith, her evolving perspective on religion, and how she's navigated her identity outside of her family's strict standards. I've had to unlearn a lot of things in my life, she admits. There was a time when I thought I had to follow a specific set of rules in order to be accepted or loved. But as I've gotten older and experienced life in a more independent way, I've realized that God's love doesn't depend on how perfect we are. For Jeremy, the past few years have been equally transformative. As a former professional soccer player, Jeremy's transition into ministry and family life has been a source of growth for him as well. He talks about his struggles with balancing his personal aspirations and his commitment to his faith. One of the biggest things I've learned is the importance of grace, Jeremy says. When you make mistakes, and you will, it's important to have grace for yourself and others. And that's something I hope people can see in our journey moving forward. The couple's potential TV comeback is expected to center on themes of faith, personal development, and parenting. They've expressed interest in discussing topics like marriage, raising children with strong values, and finding purpose in a world that often feels overwhelming. We want to show people that life isn't always perfect, Jinger says. But we can still grow, learn, and become better people through it all. We want to share what's worked for us and also be real about the things that haven't. A family affair, the Duggars' continued influence. Although Jinger and Jeremy are carving their own path, they acknowledge that the Duggar family still plays a significant role in their lives. The Duggar family, including Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, their siblings, and their extended network of relatives, has been the subject of much public interest. But as Jinger has grown older, she has developed a deeper understanding of her place within the family and the expectations that come with it. I'm so grateful for the foundation my parents gave me, Jinger shares. They taught me about faith, about hard work, and about family. But as I've gotten older, I've had to make decisions that are right for my own life, not just follow the path that was laid out for me. The couple's decision to move away from Arkansas and raise their children in California speaks to their desire to forge their own path, but they continue to maintain close relationships with their family members. While Jinger's relationship with her siblings and parents remains strong, she has emphasized the importance of making choices that align with her values, even when they don't fit into the traditional Duggar mold. That's one of the things I've appreciated about our journey, Jinger reflects. We've been able to maintain close relationships with our family, but also be true to ourselves and our beliefs. That's something that's really important to me. The couple's potential return to TV would likely include some glimpses into their family dynamics, though Jinger and Jeremy are determined to keep the focus on their own family's growth and not on family drama. We're not interested in airing dirty laundry, Jinger says. We just want to share our story and our lessons learned in a way that can help others. Looking ahead, what fans can expect. As Jinger and Jeremy look ahead to their potential television return, they are both excited and cautious. They are committed to ensuring that whatever content they produce reflects the lessons they've learned in the years since stepping out of the limelight. We've learned a lot about ourselves, about our marriage, about parenting, Jinger says. And we're excited to share that with our audience. But we're also taking it one step at a time. Fans who have followed the couple's journey since their counting on days can expect a more mature, reflective approach to their return to TV. Whether it's sharing personal stories, offering parenting advice, or diving deeper into their evolving faith, Jinger and Jeremy are determined to create content that's meaningful not just for themselves, but for the people who've supported them along the way. We're not trying to be perfect, Jeremy says. We're just trying to be authentic and real about our journey. And with that, it seems Jinger and Jeremy's next chapter in the public eye is just beginning.